Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the PeriPage Mini A6 printer that I bought last year. Now before I get into the video, I'd just like to ask that if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. And if you enjoy this video or find it useful, please also hit the thumbs up button. Now this is a product that I did buy with my own money. I bought it off of Amazon and this video is not sponsored or linked to anyone. The opinions expressed are purely my own and not the opinions of PeriPage, Amazon, YouTube or anyone else. So let's jump into the video and I will tell you about this printer, then we'll use it a little bit and then we'll have a look at the quality of print at the end. So as I said, this is an A6 mini thermal printer. I really love that it looks like a little teddy bear. I'm really easily pleased and yeah, just ticked all my boxes really. So when I bought this, it was on offer. I didn't pay much for it. I will try and find the original video I did of this and link it in the description box in case you're interested. So in the box you literally got the printer itself and this little charge cable, which I have used. Now what I will say is I have had this quite a long time now and I've only need to charge it once. I don't use it a lot. I did follow the instructions on how to charge it the first time and I gave it the correct charge, but yeah, it hasn't needed charging since, so quite impressed with that. There's the instructions that also came with it. So as you can see, it's quite small. It literally fits in my hand. So it's great for traveling with. If you wanted to take it on holiday with you and print off pictures as you went, if you wanted a journal while you were on a trip, maybe you work on a cruise ship or you work abroad, you know, this is very travel friendly. This button here is purely for display. It does absolutely nothing. To take it apart, you literally just have to push it down slightly and it will open up. In here at the moment, I have just a thermal roll. It really clearly tells you there how to put the rolls in and it's really, really easy to do. And then all you do is close it and slide it back up. And that's shut and ready to go. To turn it on, you just push this button here. And that is now on and ready to go. You connect it to your phone, your tablet or whatever device you're wanting to work from. It connects via the Bluetooth and away you go. Now when you're setting it up in the instructions, it does say that you shouldn't pair it with your Bluetooth. I think you had to turn your Bluetooth on and there was a special step to do when you'd downloaded the app. The app is free to download from the App Store and there's a setup on that you follow and it basically will pair with your PeriPage. Now I bought this with creative journaling in mind. I wanted to be able to print pictures without having to run downstairs and turn on my big Canon printer to print them out. So when I saw this on offer, I jumped at the chance. This is highly customizable. There is so much for sale for these things. And I have invested a fair bit. So let me show you what else I have for this. So I have bought multiple rolls that can be used with this machine. And I have another bag full here. So some of these are sticker papers, like these ones in that bag, and others are just decorative. So for example, this is just a really nice decorative border one. We also have coloured rolls, and then as I say, I have got the normal sticker paper as well. I did see other things that you could buy to go with them, like little holders for them, like pouch type things to protect them, but I don't tend to travel with mine, so just keeping it in its box on the side when it's not in use does me absolutely fine, and it keeps the charger with it. I have been really impressed with this little printer. All I will say is that it is a thermal printer, so what I wanted was something like the Sprocket where the photos are going to last. What totally bypassed me when I bought this was thermal paper over time fades away to nothing. So if you think about a receipt you have got from a shop that uses thermal till rolls, if you've got one that's maybe 10, 15, 20 years old, I'm sure if you dig around in a drawer you'll be as guilty as me about having those kind of receipts. You probably won't be able to read them. They will have faded away to barely anything, and that's my only issue with using this for journaling. Is I want to keep my photos forever. I want to be able to look back at my journals and remember what was going on that day. And I journal mainly by the photos. I don't do a lot of writing, so in that respect this probably wasn't the product for me. However, I have come up with different uses for it which will work for me and make it a really great investment. So I will touch on those later, but for now I'm going to show you how it works. Now, I do everything on my phone. I don't have a tablet, I don't have any other phones, I don't have any other means to film. So I can't show you this physically printing something out because I'm filming on my phone. You have to access the app on my phone, and to film this printing from the app which you print from, it just won't, my phone just won't do it. So unfortunately I can't show you it printing. I'm going to show you the app. I'm going to walk you through how to use different aspects of the app, and we will print things while we're on the app, and then I'll come back and we will have a look at what I've printed, as well as some other things that I've printed and kept along the way since I've had this, so you can kind of see a good cross section of images and different things. So I hope that all kind of makes sense, and let's go and have a look at how the app works. We start by opening the PeriPage app, and it brings us through to like a home screen, which is this one here. Now I don't currently have my PeriPage connected to my phone, which is why there's a icon at the bottom with the teddy bear head and the Bluetooth sign telling me I need to connect it. So that's fine, we can still carry on for now. So you have a lot of different navigation buttons here. It's very simple to use. I will click on all of them except for text scanner, AR photo and website. Those three I don't really use myself, so I don't want to talk about something I don't use because I don't really know about them. I also haven't given them the permissions they request on my phone. So yeah, not going to be clicking into those, but I'll click into the others and show you what they do. If I print anything off, I'll show you at the end and we can have a look. Now, right down the bottom there, next to home, is a button that says material. Now, if you click on that, this brings up things that other people have created and uploaded that is free for you to print out yourself. And as you can see, there is quite the selection. So I won't print anything out for now, but it's nice to know that people share. The only thing that slightly confuses me is why they've done them in colour, because we can only print in black and white. So it does make me chuckle when I see them in colour. Anyway, let's get back to having a look at what these different buttons do. So, notes and images. Now, if I do a note or image, I normally will do it on the thermal paper. I don't use my sticker paper for that. So if we click into plus, we get this screen here. Now down the bottom we have a load of fun little boxes. So if we start with the box on the far right, gives us a load of text boxes which are great fun to use. You also have the option when you've clicked into the text boxes to choose on the left hand side. You can do calendars and do some fancy dates. The next one down is for text and URL, and the last one is these funny code things which, to be honest, I don't use, but it's good to know they're there. Then if we click on the t-shirt, we have a load of frames, and these are so cute. I really like using these as well. Again, we can change the colour, but why would we need to? We're printing in black and white only. So that confuses me a little bit, but maybe there's a fancy pants one that I don't know about. So the next thing we can click into are these. These are so cute. So we have a load of different icons that you could choose to add into your project. So here we have bears. The next icon down is like emojis, but again we're sticking with the bear theme. Then we go into the weather, always useful to have when you're journaling. The next one down are these almost like border icons, I suppose, but they are good fun to add into your projects. Then we have food items. The next one down is more for like school and stuff. It's like stationery. Then we have medical. And lastly, we have a load of animals. So that's kind of fun to have. Then we click into the camera button, and you can either take a camera with your phone, or it's put up the Canon print thing, but I think that's because it recognises that Canon is a make picture, but I don't want to do that. You can go into your photos, and then we have text. Now again, we can change the colour of our font, which we're not going to do, a bit pointless, but you do have different text options. So I have two already downloaded. You got default, you have the PeriPage one here, and you have this one that kind of reminds me of a toy shop logo from the 80s. If you click on more fonts, it does give you the option to download, well, one more or two more that I've got here. I don't know whether it's different under different languages, but certainly under the English version there's just the 4. So I've only downloaded 2. I've downloaded the 2 OGs. I didn't like the look of the other 2, so I've left them there. And you can also control the size of your font on this button by using the slider there. And then you've got a few little editorial bits like you'd get in like Word or something on that bottom bit. So let's come out of this section. Next we have a template. So again, this is super cute. All these different templates you can use and then print out. So let's select the checklist one. So it brings you in zoomed in, and it's up to you how many boxes you actually have. So if we really quickly write a few little checklists, so design team project, enter that one in, then I'm literally just going to make these up. Upload YouTube video, add that one in, and create TikTok. Okay, so we are done. So now I'm going to turn on my PeriPage, and then we're going to push the print button in the top corner. So it's connected to my device. It says it's connected, and now we can click on print again. Probably hear it whirring away, and it's printed out a checklist which I can either then use, or I don't know, use in a journal or something. So that's a really fun little section to play with and get used to. We'll just come out of it. There's loads of different boxes as well. So I've used these in the past as a memory type box in my journal, but there's so many different things you could use them for, so I really like those ones. Then we can go to text edit. So you can print regular, horizontal or vertical here. And again, you can change the size, you can change the font. There's all different things you can do, and you can change the style. And come back out of here now. So then label and sticker. This is kind of why I bought the machine without realizing that's why I was buying the machine. So if we click into label and sticker, First of all, it prompts you to make sure you've put sticker paper in your PeriPage, which I think is quite good. I mean, it's obvious that you need to do that, but realistically, if you're in a rush, it's good to have that prompt. So I'm just going to push start. So again, we're going to click into the label box here, and we have our boxes back. So we have our little box of emojis. We have all the same ones that we had before. So you can create your sticker. We also now have these icons, like limited edition, best choice, okay, great. You know, there's some real fun ones in there. So let's have number one. Let's bring the box back. We also have some food items here that are slightly different to before. We have flowers and plants, and we have, how cute are these? Let's add BFF up here, and then you can shrink and move around the items as well. So you can really personalize your sticker. You can enhance and shrink any text you put in as well. Look how many there are. There's so many. Then across the top we have another text box. We can go through our photos and add photos in. We can take a picture ourselves. You've got the text and URL button again. You've got those funny code things again. And we're back to the beginning. Let's give this one a print out. Now when you print, if you look right down the bottom here, we can choose the density we print out in. So you've got low, medium and high, and you can choose the amount of copies you have as well as text. Now I found for the best results I need to print in high, so that's what I'm going to set it as, and we will now press print. So the next thing we have is photo printing. So literally you can choose your picture and print it out as a sticker. So let's choose this one here for now. And press completed. Now we have some buttons down the bottom again. So this first one with the knife, you can choose to section off your photo and print it in parts. So if you leave it as one, it will just print the whole thing. You can section it in 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then it will literally print it in parts and ask if you want to continue printing. So I'm not going to do that now, but I did kind of do it earlier so I could show you. So we'll leave it as a whole. The next thing we have are effects. So there's loads of different effects you can do to your picture before you print it. So I'm going to put it on at 12 for now, and as you can see you can also adjust things down the bottom here. Then what we can do is we can crop the photo that we're going to print. So nice and simple. So that's all that will now print. So if I push the green print button, that's what it's going to look like. Let's print it out. As you can see, it's already set to high at the bottom there, and it's printing my picture as I speak. Next we have documents. So you can print documents that have been saved on your phone. So if I click on this one here, this is a logo I designed on, I think it was Canva, and I can print this on my PeriPage. So all I need to do now is really just push the print button. Again, it's asking me density, so I'm going to set it to the highest, darkest one. All pages, current page. I'm going to do selected or current page, and I'm going to push OK. And that is now printing out. In case you were wondering what the buttons down the bottom do, so the one with the arrow, again, you can choose to section up your picture, which I don't really want to do. And you can leave it as is. You can flip it on the next button along and then flip it back again. So that's what the buttons down the bottom do. So that's a really good feature to have. I really like that. Next we have banner. So this is quite a fun feature to play with. Again, we have the banner in the middle here, and we are able to change our fonts. We're able to change the sizes. We can print either horizontal, vertical, whatever we want. If we simply write, oops, hello, we can change the italics. We can change the position of the letters. I think we'll leave it like that. So let's print that one as well. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So before we go back to the table and have a look at everything that has been printed today, let's just have a go at the label and sticker function and create a really fun sticker that we can print out as part of this review process. So let's click on label and sticker, say okay to that. We will click in this box here, and the first thing we're going to do is choose a text box. Let's just go for this one here. Now we need to edit the writing, so let's give it a crafty kind of name. We'll say embossing folders. There we go. Now we are going to need to resize the text. So let's just pull this down. There we go. Right, now I think we need to add a crafty item. So let's come to, wrong one. There we go. Let's grab the pencil from here. We'll put it at the end. And I think we'll just resize it slightly. And how about we add a bow in as well? So let's go with this one here. I'm going to reduce that a lot. I'm going to bring it over to this side here, reduce it a little bit more, and we'll spin it and put it on an angle. Okay, let's print that one. Let's go back to the table and we'll have a look at everything that's been printed, and then we'll summarise. I really hope you found that section of the video useful. I really hope you enjoyed seeing how the app works, all the different things you can do. I kind of hope it made sense. Now let me show you what I printed off while we were going through. So the first thing we have is the logo I made, which, as you can see, doesn't actually look too bad. Now this one I have printed on thermal roll. I do have it on sticker paper as well. As you can see, there is a bit of disparity. Now on the sticker roll one, I don't think I changed the density up to high. I think I did it on medium. So although the cards by Kate Fletcher stands out and the flower stands out, the established 2018 doesn't show up so great. Even on the thermal roll one, the handmade with love isn't clear, so I might need to change that slightly. I think they're both perfectly usable, maybe not for my end goal of what I want to use them for, but to put on a card that I may be sending to a fellow craft friend who maybe likes to have a marker on the back of the card so they can remember who sent them, I think they would be absolutely fine. And interestingly, it did let me print the sticker side of things on thermal paper, although at one point it did come up with that little error message asking if I wanted to switch to a different method, so that was quite good. Let's have a look at our checkbox. So this is the checkbox that I made. Really cute, really usable, really happy with how that came out. Then we have the hello. Now, as you can see, it does waste a fair bit of paper. It does not need to use that much paper, so that is slightly annoying, but it is what it is. Here's another one. And then we have the number 1 BFF. I mean, you can read it, it's fine. You can kind of see that there's a variation in colour there, but it doesn't really stand out too much, and you wouldn't know what colours had been used, but it's nice to have. Next, we have that last thing I printed, the embossing folder banner. This is where it asked if I wanted to switch modes, which I didn't, but I think they've come out absolutely fine. Perfectly happy with those. Next, we have the picture of the dog. So this is on thermal roll because I didn't change it. I just think the thermal roll is a little bit cheaper than sticker paper. I didn't want to use a load of sticker paper when I wasn't going to be using the images, but as I say, it did let me print them out. And then here is the same image, but I did it using the decorative border, and I think that's really good fun. I think that looks really, really cute. And then when I was doing that, I also explained that you could section the picture off and print it as well. So this is a test print that I did do where I sectioned it off and just printed a bit at a time. I only printed the first piece. When it said, do you want to continue printing? I said no, but I wanted to show you that actually this is kind of how it comes out when you do the sectioned print. I guess this would look really cool as like a triptych card front or a triptych ACT or something, because the border paper kind of works as your layer. So it is a fun little technique to have. Then I have a couple of photos. These are, again, pre-printed. These are only on thermal roll. So here is me with a whacking great eagle on my arm. It's not bad quality. I think you can agree. Again, I've whacked the density up. That is probably on the highest density. You can definitely see that it's me. I've got an eagle. You can see all the detail in the background. I think the closer you come, the more pixelated it gets, but that's fine, it's thermal paper. But if you were flicking through the journal and saw that, you'd be like, oh, that's the day I flew an eagle. So that's cool. And then we have a picture of my little girl, which again, printed on the thermal paper. I would assume high density, and it's absolutely fine. You can see what it is. I just think it's a shame that thermal paper fades over time, because it has put me off using it for journaling and or scrapbooking. However, I can definitely use this for stickers, and I can still use it for journaling. As I say, I can use the date bits, I can use the boxes, I can use text boxes. The other thing I can use it for is for marking my work when I have to send in design team projects, because you often will put your social media details on the back. Sometimes they will want to know what products you've used, or the orientation of the card, or how to prop the card up. I recently sent in my first batch of samples, and I had to handwrite on the back of my cards, and I just thought, you know, this looks awful. I have made this really lovely card and I've handwritten on the back. It just didn't sit well with me. I thought it didn't look great, didn't look professional. I can now make, using my PeriPage, really nice stickers to go on the back. I can put my logo on there, I can do everything. And I thought, you know what, that's a really great use for it. I probably will still use it for creative journaling, especially if it's only a black and white photo and it's not like a super special event. But I think this main use for this now will be for labelling stuff, if I don't want to grab my labeler out, and for labelling cards and things for design projects. You can also print addresses on this. I have printed an address, but it came out super small, so not the best for doing address labels, if I'm honest, but it was functional. So I think in summary, this is a really nice little bit of kit. I really like how well it holds its charge. I like how it prints. I think the quality is great. I like that you can get the rolls and they're really, really affordable. There's often a deal on Amazon. They're also on AliExpress. I would recommend them. I think they're a great idea. I think it all depends on what you want to use it for. If you're wanting to use it for memory journaling, probably upgrade to the Sprocket, if I'm honest. Your photos will last longer, whereas with this there will be a shelf life to them. But I'm really glad I got it. I did get it on deal, but I think there's often deals on them. It's very easy to use. I could easily take this on holiday with me and in my bag. You can definitely use it on the go. If you're wanting to use it while you're on a train or something, you can do. It's super easy to use, and yeah, I'm really happy with mine and I would recommend them as long as you're not wanting to memory journal. So that's the video for today. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in comments. Is this something you're going to look into and get yourself? Do you have one and use it? I'd love to know. If you're not already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. And if you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please do hit the thumbs up button. I will be back soon with more videos. So until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.